Hello everyone, welcome to Merivit Education Center, online learning. This is Teacher Grace and I will be your teacher for today. Today's episode is for English for Conversation, Platoon 6. Our topic for today is a cold place, Arctic or Antarctic. Objective. The students will be able to listen for specific information. Both the Arctic and the Antarctic are cold places. But did you know that there are species and vegetation that the one has, but then the other one doesn't have? Do you want to know about them? Let's find out. Before we proceed, can you guess where to find the Arctic and the Antarctic on the map in 10 seconds? Okay, your timer starts now. Time's up! Were you able to guess their location? If yes, let's find out the answer. The Arctic is in the north and the Antarctic is in the south. Before we proceed, let me ask you a question. What differences between the Arctic and the Antarctic do you know? Do you guys already have an idea as to what they are? If yes, listen to the attached recording and check your ideas. Are you ready? Let's proceed.
Student's Book, page 100. 2. Listen to a radio show to check your ideas.
Why don't polar bears eat penguins? Let's look at the difference between the Arctic and the Antarctic. The first thing you need to know is that the Arctic is in the north, which is why it's also called the North Pole, and the Antarctic is in the south, which is why it's called the South Pole. That's the easy part. So how are these two places similar and how are they different? Well, they both have snow, ice, and icebergs, and they are both very cold. But there are some important differences. Maybe the most important difference is that the Antarctic, or Antarctica as we also say, is a continent. The Arctic, however, is an ocean with parts of other countries in it, for example, Canada, Sweden, and Denmark. There are people living in the Arctic, but the only people living in the Antarctic are scientists doing research. There are also similarities and differences between the plant and animal life that you can find in both places. You won't find trees in the Antarctic. They only grow in the Arctic, but many animals are found in both. Whales, seals, and birds, for example. However, there are some animals that only make their home in one of them. Perhaps the two best known are the polar bear, which lives in the Arctic, and the penguin, which is only found in the Antarctic. And that's why polar bears don't eat penguins.
From the recording that we just listened to, we have learned the differences between the Arctic and the Antarctic. We learned that the Arctic is also known as the North Pole, and the Antarctic is also known as the South Pole. We also learned that the Antarctic is a continent, and the Arctic is an ocean covered by a thin perennial sea ice and surrounded by land with parts of other countries like Canada, Sweden, and Denmark. It's time to check your knowledge. Let's see if you paid attention to the details about the similarities and differences between the Arctic and the Antarctic. I have prepared pictures for you to identify whether they can be found in the Arctic or the Antarctic. I will be giving you 10 seconds to guess each picture. Are you ready? If yes, let's begin. Picture number 1. Your timer starts now. Time's up! Were you able to guess the first picture? Let's find out the answer. The correct answer is Arctic. Picture number 2. Your timer starts now. Time's up! The correct answer is Antarctic. Picture number 3. Picture number 3 is the flag of Canada. Is Canada in the Arctic or in the Antarctic? Your timer starts now. Time's up! The correct answer is the Arctic. Picture number 4. This is a picture of a scientist. Between the Arctic and the Antarctic, which of the two places hosts only a temporary transient population of scientists and support staff? Your timer starts now. Time's up! The correct answer is the Antarctic. Picture number 5. Between the Arctic and the Antarctic, which of the two places has indigenous human inhabitants? Your timer starts now. Time's up! The correct answer is the Arctic. Now on to our last picture. Picture number 6. Trees. Between the Arctic and the Antarctic, which of the two places has trees? Your timer starts now. Time's up! The correct answer is the Arctic. Did you get all 6 items correct? If yes, good job! Watch the video again if you want to review the similarities and the differences between the Arctic and the Antarctic, or do or play the game one more time. That's it for today. Goodbye, stay safe, and God bless.